Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the enthusiasm displayed. Matthias, cool to have you here, and I'm glad you are here. I hope you're going to enjoy the flight with us. Captain Gio, goeiemorgen. Alba Pino, man, one day is one day. Cheese and wine. We'll talk again. Thank you, Mark. There we go. Captain Flaps 15, good morning. Gents, on Discord we've got Anthony, Kevin, and Paul. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to be live on FS Cloud, so if you guys want to fly with us, you are more than welcome. And as usual, don't be too quiet, just share whatever you need to share with us. This is the Zibo version 21 of 42. Same one as what you got. This is not a beta, so we're just going to kind of enjoy ourselves, fruit of the labor, kind of an exercise this morning. So, all right, excellent. So, gents, there we are. Anybody can join us. It's going to take 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes maybe to get going. There's one quick thing I want to show you guys before we get going, and that's how to get your flight route on the Avitab map. I've shown it twice before. I'm not sure if any of you guys have missed that, if you've seen it. I am going to just repeat it for the guys who haven't seen it yet, so it's all going to be part of my flight planning situation this morning. And for the rest, we're just going to enjoy ourselves. Hey, Alba Pino, good morning. Righto, so let's keep this thing stationary now. Enough is enough of all that turning, and let's start looking at what we need to do. This is a Ryanair virtual flight, and we need to start our planning.
You launched FS Cloud yet?
I have, yes.
Oh, is that me over there?
Yeah, there is Flaps 15. There we go. Who's that? Who's just there? There's Kevin. There's me. There's Uncle John. Anthony, I'm not sure why I'm not seeing you. I mean, as far as I know, you should be right there. Maybe just restart your FS Cloud. Hey, Noel. Good morning. Good morning. Right. So, in order to get this display to look a little bit better and the coloring and all in this aircraft, I deleted my shader cache because that's what everybody said you must do. But it's still nauseating. I just don't like this beta 15. It really looks horrible. I hope the guys can fix it at some point in time, because really this is not good looking. But that's not why we are here. So let's get into this planning thing. I just want to confirm that I've got the correct weather here as well. Zulu. Okay, so we are reading the correct weather. Alright, so I see runway 11 is active on this side. LGMK on the other side. What do we have? 16. Yep, so 11 and 16.
The stream is gone.
F5? On my side, I don't have any notice that it's gone. Let me have a look.
It's fine here.
Maybe on my network.
Yeah.
Back.
Nico, I have the 34 for the arrival.
According to the weather, I'm using active sky.
You said 16, right?
Yes, sir, for Mykonos. According to active sky, it's actually not even giving us any weather. So feel free to use it. I don't mind. Let's just go to actual active sky. Let's see what it says. LGMK. It's got 360 at 11. So why is this this, what do you call it? Sim Toolkit Pro is giving the wrong weather. Let's try and troubleshoot that quickly. Because on the one airport it works, on the other one it's definitely not right. Yeah, it's 360 at 11 will definitely be a 340. So we'll skip the STKP weather. We'll stick to what the actual weather is. Thank you, Alba Pina. I just took it for granted that it would be okay. STKP weather is giving me exactly what Ryanair is picking up, but the active sky, which it is supposed to pick up, gives totally different things. So let's see. Let's quickly do a weather refresh here. I'll give it a few seconds. It's still got that weird weather. This is really strange. I mean, it is definitely supposed to read from active sky. Is active sky pointing at the right place? Hold on. Yeah. So this means that STKP is not actually reading from active sky. Hello Andrew, good morning. Wow. Late night or early morning for you, sir. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reset this thing. Right, put it there. Sky XP. Then I'm gonna close down STKP and we're gonna restart it. See if it picks up on it.
Did someone take the stand 5, please?
Yes, sir. I'm on stand 5.
Okay, I'll take another one.
I'm on 7.
And then you can take 6.
Thank you, sir.
If it does it again, I will send Dan a message because this is weird, man. This is really weird. This is not what active sky gives. First time I get this error. It's been working so well for so long. Right, we will disregard that. So we're going to use 11 on the one side and 34 on the other side. Thank you, Alba Pino, once again. I'll leave it at
Welcome.
that. Bjorn, good morning. We'll take turns to land there and make it fit, you know. I mean, we'll make it work, Flaps 15. We're not scared. We are adventurous kind of people. I'm sure we can make it work. Stephen, good day, welcome. Interesting comments from scenery devs about the lack of SDK. Oh, yeah. I read this morning they're going to, the roadmap says they're going to release 3 updates to the SDK within a month. If we can go by that, if that is honest, that is what they said this morning, which I read. So we hope. I just want to try see if I can pick up on the differences between these guys. Maybe that's a better one. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go for that one. It's a better one. For now. And then we said RNAV runway 34. Ooh. And what point is this? Dixos. RNAV. Dixos. No, man. That's not the right one. Okay, let's run through them. Ah, so it actually cuts out the actual star. So we don't need the star. Delete. PIDAX, and then it starts right there. Okay, so there's no star required. Interesting. Okay, guys, so I'm going to copy this whole route and we're going to edit it shortly in little nav map for you guys, so you guys can see the trick that we do to get the Avitab a bit more enhanced. Right, I'm just starting up my little nav map. There we go. Right, so that was obviously yesterday's story, so let's start fresh. Flight plan, new flight plan from a route description, and we're going to paste that whole story in there, but we're going to remove the excess. Alright, then we're going to read the route, and then we're going to create the flight plan. Go to the map, and I suppose we can actually, what flight level do these guys want us to fly? Just go check that. Pro AMSIS. They're talking 360, so there we go, 360. Alright, so that is our map. Just gonna keep it like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say File, Save Map as Image for AviTab, Current Map, and then we just have to specify the correct folder. We're flying the beta today. And to go to Resources, Plugins, AviTab, Map Tiles, and Metacore, and then we're going to save it in there. And we are done. So if we go to AviTab Map, we go find that Metacore. Was it not there? There it is. I'm looking into my own eyelids. There we go. So now we have the route, and if we click on our little aircraft there, hello Rain, it will obviously now follow the map. So guys, for those of you that haven't seen it, I hope it's going to help you to do the same, and for those of you that have seen it, thank you for your patience. There we go, that takes care of our map.
Good question, Nick. I couldn't see all of it. You go into the resources folder in X-Plane, do you, and just tweak it in there? For,
you save it into resources. Let me bring it on the screen. Hold on.
If you have two versions of X-Plane, make sure you're selecting the right one.
Exactly.
Where are you streaming, Nico? Facebook?
No, sir. I'm on YouTube. I'll wait for you. Quickly go there. I'll show you again.
No. Oh, it's not showing that you're streaming on mine. Okay, don't worry. Another time. I think I know what you mean. Don't worry now, Nico. That's
Okay,
all right.
cool.
No problem.
Well, you can always just rewind the video later.
Of course I can. Yeah.
So let's start our loading, and oh yes, we need to complete our planning, I suppose, right? Right, I've just started my VA client as well, so it's going to flight planning. Andrew, as far as I know, not. This is a specific function that was written by the creator of Little Nav Map, where he actually creates a Metacore image file as well as the SJON script, you know, to allow it to become a moving map, and that's all built into Little Nav Map. But it's free. I mean, you just have to get it going and have it handy. Unfortunately, that's the only way I know of to actually get it going at this point in time, eh? Sorry, Andrew, I quickly typed it for you for other guys' reference as well. It's called Little Nav Map. It's a brilliant little thing. I started using it at the time when Plan G simply couldn't do the job anymore. There was an issue over a period where Plan G was really dropping the ball, and then everybody, you know, kind of moved to Little Nav Map, and I must say I'm very happy with it. I've never gone back. So I don't know what's happened on the other front, but for this one, this is an amazing little product. and being
Yeah, I
free
used
makes
it.
it better.
Yeah, I used it a lot before I got Navigraph. It is really, really good.
Yeah.
Great for taxiways.
That too. Yeah, that too. It's really awesome. Right, let us go check what would be the best flight level. So if we go to active sky and we load this flight. We're gonna guess. The airline said 360. Let's see what the better one would be for us today. 380. Okay. We shall then take 380. Oh, well, we can't go to 420, so we don't care. 38 would have to do. .87 and 1.8. Nice and heavy.
Oh, just gonna close Habitat Discord down for a second. There's stuttering on mine on the
Okay.
Mac.
Flaps 15, that is unfortunately an FS Cloud issue. Nothing we can do about that. There are a couple of issues with FS Cloud. But, like I've said before, the fact that we can see each other is the selling point, so we don't really care for the rest. Right, 19.6 on the payload, and oof, it's heavy, it's heavy. Alright, that takes care of the loading. Let's look at our better pushback situation. Today, I'm going to go this way.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright. What else do we need to do? Nothing. Everything is fine. Backs are busy loading. Stop the aircraft setups. interesting. Very nice. Very nice.
I see no one, guys.
Why Albapino? Why?
Really don't know.
That missed approach looks interesting.
Yeah.
Let's hope you don't need it.
Stephen, remind me after the stream. We can do the testing after the stream, but please remind me, because by the time we get there, I'm not going to remember. Albapino, you got me. I don't know. I can see all the other guys.
On that sim, right?
No, FS Cloud. We're on FS
Oh,
Cloud.
sorry. Sorry, okay, I don't use it. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, my friend. Sorry. I didn't realize.
No problem, no problem.
You can join me.
Are you on WhatsApp?
No, I'm on.
Okay, that also doesn't help.
Not long, Nico. Not long.
Yeah.
Just another week, Reggie.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands at the moment. It's all right.
It'll
It's all right.
all be worth it.
Can taste
Yeah.
it.
Practice in the meantime, setting up and everything. So when I am with you.
So that's over the max for our weight. So what we're going to do is let's climb a step climb. So we're going to go 360 first. And if there is actually time, we'll climb to 38. Okay, but we'll plan for 38 already. It's just that we have to stop there for now. 41. 43. And 40. So all this data now is actually for flight level 380. Good morning, Darren. You're welcome, my friend.
It's always a good idea to save the flight before you load it.
Yeah. 3-4, flaps 15, 3-4. Stephen, now we're using Discord. If you want to come and join us, the link is below the video. Just click on show more here in YouTube. Click on show more. There is a link to join our Discord server, and then just tell me when you're here and I'll give you your access rights. You know, there's just 1 or 2 steps we have to go through to get you on. But the link is there and it's open for anybody who wants to join us. CG's out, man. Too heavy. But we'll make a plan. So far so good. Right, gents, I need approximately 7 minutes and then I'm ready to go. I don't know how far you guys are, but that's just a heads up.
Captain Hatcher on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
Enjoy flaps 15. We'll see you on the other side. Only 6 knots of winds registered right now, not much. 1346.
Okay, Nico, I'm gonna push back now.
Enjoy. Just check flaps 15 next to you said he's also pushing.
But the I think we'll be alright.
Ground and cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Hey, Captain Rick. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. All good, thank you. Had a good night's rest.
Okay.
I'm still lazy and all, but we're going, man. I'm really excited for this flight. It's time to fly. How are you doing, by the way?
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking.
Looks like Kevin and Flaps 15 is at a standoff.
Almost there.
Yeah, it's, we're fighting each other.
15 paces, turn and shoot.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross check and all call, thank you.
Ah, the one thing I did not do is set my QNH. Thank you.
Alright, I'm
Bruce.
gonna watch the stream on TV, it's better.
Alright, Albapino, enjoy. Talk to you there. got a minute before I can actually push, guys. So almost there. Flaps 15, turn immediately right and then follow that taxiway on your right hand side, and then Kevin can follow you. That's the only way you're going to resolve that. Just turn immediately right.
Here we obviously had different ideas for this taxi.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's just going to go taxi straight through you. And there's Uncle John coming as well. He just doesn't care, man. He's the boss. He's just going to drive right there past you guys. Yeah, he got the message. There you go.
Thanks for that, Nico.
I'm sending you guys my bill. Yes, like I'm a pilot, not ATC on this flight. I'll be ATC other day, but I'm sending you my bill, just to let you know. Coordination. Anyway, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Don't get angry.
Right, I'm gonna start taxiing.
Alright. Right, I've gone through my 20 minutes, so I'm ready to go as well. Let's get the clock going and let's put this little monkey in place. It's funny. It really is fun.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, I'm pushing, guys.
It's funny, you seeing them all as SAA.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's luck of the draw, I
Go ahead,
suppose.
Uncle John. Go ahead.
Thank you, Darren. I just picked up on your post there. Avitab has been updated yet again, gentlemen. Pity we didn't know this earlier, but it has. Hello, George.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Yeah, Darren. Look, I mean, it's the stock standard Bluebell CSLs that I'm using for FS Cloud. I haven't figured out the rest yet, and I haven't really been bothered about it, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's your post I picked up on, Darren. That's why I know about it. And why I thank you for it. Right, next lady for a shave. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Yeah.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, I shall start the taxi in a moment. I just want to make that same announcement quickly on my group. So. Very important the guys stay up to date, so let me just get the word out. I hope nobody else has done it because now I haven't checked. Doesn't look like it, okay. In fact, not Mr. Jingles. I'm doing this one, Jaco, I'm doing this on Vulcan. This is beta 15. So the textures are really screwed up, and the coloring is off. It's nauseating. This reminds me of another simulator and another 3.8 model. It's nauseating colors. Yeah, I hope they fix it soon. Alright, taxi light on, let us go. Let's get that brake free thrust going, and then we can slow down once we get some speed. Ugh, and this tiller is driving me crazy again. That's correct.
Three minutes or 2 minutes, John?
I'm already timing it, buddy. Thank you.
Jaco, what the guys told me on Facebook was to go and delete my shader cache. Ooh, and there goes the first guy. Enjoy your flight, Flaps 15. So, Jaco, go into your output folder, find the shader cache folder, open it up and delete the contents. Alright, because that's made it semi-bearable. Okay. George, we are talking about the colors that we have here. Look at all the different colors in this cockpit. It's like it's all washed out. It's like a very bland gray kind of a crappy color. And then if you look at the pixelation, look at the extra exaggerated pixelation. If you really look carefully, you can see it all over the cockpit. Beta 15 has not been kind to the Zibo, you know, not by a long shot. So that's what we're talking about. Part of it, I suppose. Sentinel, good morning. Right, the tiller should be okay now. Better. Yeah, it's terrible. Really, really shocking bad. At one point in time, it was actually suggested they might pull Beta 15 because of all the issues that they've picked up on it. You know, so it does not appear as if it is going to be pulled. I think this is my turn off. If I read the map correctly, I don't want to pass it, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on the forum and see. Yeah, we're talking about the beta. It's got nothing to do with Zibo. We're talking specifically about explained beta 15. Yes, it is, Darren. It is. It's this came in with beta 15. It's a Vulcan specific beta 15 issue. Gentlemen, may I cross the runway?
Negative, I'm just about to roll.
Alright, I'm holding. Please, the other guy. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Jingles. Sorry. Give me a second.
You can cross when John goes.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Right, there's Uncle John. Let me cross quickly. Treetop Feller, if you followed the link, you were supposed to get to a welcome room. In the welcome room, there is a short, brief description of what you should do. You need to enter a question mark with the word agree. It's a manual process where you then get assigned a very limited permission in this Discord, after which I will then pick you up and I will give you the proper permissions. Stephen, no idea. It's a FS Cloud thing. That's the one, Captain Rick. Flaps 1534, runway 34. Kevin, I have crossed.
I'm holding.
I think you can cross, Anthony, because he needs to hold for at least 3 minutes anyway. Wow, I don't know what's up. I mean, this stiller was calibrated and all, and it's just crap. It's just not playing nice with me.
30 seconds for the next takeoff.
Sentinel X-Pilot, as Darren said, that's if you go on VATSIM, you need altitude if you go on to EVENO, but we are currently on FS Cloud. So what you need to do if you want to fly with us, you need to install FS Cloud and configure it. I wrote a little manual because the one they give you isn't adequate. So if you go into my private hangar OneDrive, you'll find it under the Explain 11 folder. There's an FS Cloud folder and a little PDF that you can just follow.
Takeoff number 3.
Okay.
Okay, I'm rolling, John.
Enjoy, Kevin.
And Toga.
I'm holding short. I've started my timer, so I'll give you 3 minutes, Kevin.
I'm on my way.
Cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, Nico.
Darren, You have no idea how many times I sit and I watch guys, like Flight Deck to Sim last night as well, and I find myself pressing either the mouse or the hat switch on the, it just happens. You must check this. Sometimes we do private streams and private tuition here. I teach guys here on Discord. We've got trainings rooms and everything here where we teach the guys to fly the Boeing, and it's so funny when I watch. Sometimes I've got my Zibo on the middle screen and I've got the next guy on the screen on the right, and I would look at him and I would try and move his thing. It's just so built into me as well. I just want to click and change the view sometimes. Captain Flaps 15. That's funny. That's funny. At least you can actually change your route in flight as well, so not to worry too much. Right, Kevin, I'm at 3 minutes. I'm on my way.
Okay, you can go, Nico.
We don't actually have a moving map there, so that's mute. Let's go to this one. Ah. Right, going.
Approaching 1-1. On runway 11.
Toga. Hier gaan ons nou.
knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Get up.
$400.
Come on, Daddy. Yeah, talking about dyslexia, I don't have dyslexia, but when I type in English and I get to U, Y over U, I don't know why. It's just as I'm typing, I would always turn the U and the O around. I would always have to go back and edit. It's so annoying. U gets me. Wow, that looks nice. What a dam. Very nice. Yes, sir. Also, very definitely. Stephen, yeah. I've given the instructions a few times. I don't mind giving it again. Oh, by the way, guys, look there. Now I see what you guys mean. When we switch the landing lights on and off, it changes the whole illumination in the cockpit. That's freaky.
Yep.
That's freaky.
I'm glad
At
you've
night
seen
it's
it.
too bright.
That's weird. Okay, all right.
I was beginning to think I was the only one with that.
No, you're good. Okay.
And I don't have the problem.
You're on 1141, that's right.
I'm on beta.
This morning. Well, did you actually look closely? Because you're just gonna have to look closely. Yes, Bjorn, 2 sugars, milk, please. Thank you.
Okay,
Uncle
rolling.
John,
Yes, sir.
are you doing the RNAV into runway 34?
Yes, sir.
Trying to
Just
figure it
check
out.
your legs because the initial RNAV takes you into the airport and back out again.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out for the last 10 minutes. Still on it.
Now you've just got to go through your legs, Reggie, and I think it's PIDAX. When you're at PIDAX, you have to go through it and it repeats PIDAX again.
Okay.
Put the one after PIDAX directly after PIDAX, the first PIDAX.
Yeah, mine doesn't have it. I think the reason is because you guys added a star. I recognized that the star was a waste of time, so I didn't put the star in there.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, Nico, that we
Yeah.
had added the star, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have that. I'm okay. Cor, yes it is, sir. Yes it is. It's something that I discovered yesterday, that one can actually do this, where you can actually have a moving map with your flight plan in the Avid tab. It's something I got really excited about, so I've showed the guys a few times how to do it. At a stage sometime in this flight, when we get bored, I'll quickly show you guys again. It's very easy to get that, but in order for you guys to get this, you need a little program called a Little Nav Map, so please start downloading that so long. It is free and it's magic, so there's that as well, so it really helps. Darren, you won't be able to put a link in there, but I mean any of the guys can watch yesterday's 2 streams, or they can watch the beginning of this stream. But like I said, I mean, this is a long flight, and inevitably we're going to get a time, Escobar, we're going to face a time where we have got a few minutes to burn, so I don't mind showing it to the guys again. They must just stick around. We'll quickly do that. We'll just do it again. Okay, you can do that. Absolutely. You can definitely do that. Time you can share, but you can't share any URL links or anything. So the guys must just know which video to go back to. VFR Andy, good morning. Welcome. I see we can already climb to 38. we'll go to 360 and we'll do a step climb, show you guys how to do that as well.
I'm doing exactly the same, Nico. I've just got to 3.6.
Yeah. I think what I want to do is let me quickly go put water in the kettle and get that thing boiling. I'll be back in a minute and then I'll go back a second time later just to actually make the coffee. I'll be back in a second.
I think I might be getting confused, Kevin, because the runway's slightly offset, isn't it?
Let me just have a look at my FMC and I'll tell you. So where on your FMC, where you see PIDAX the first time?
Yeah, I've got that. I've not got the runway in there now, actually.
Got it, Reggie?
Just give me 1 sec. Are you using any stars?
I have got a star in, which is what gives the confusion. So you could leave the star out if you want to.
I'm using PEDER 1 Tango.
Yeah, I did to start with.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
I'll put that in. So
The course heading is 337. There's a decision altitude of 1180.
just step through that.
Have you put the star in, Reggie?
Yeah, I've got Copar, PIDAX, and then Mike Kilo Oscar, and then Mike Kilo 510.
Okay, so you should have PIDAX. The Mike Kilo 510 should be directly underneath the first PIDAX.
Okay, so I'll take the Mike Kilo Oscar out. That's it, thank you. Yeah, that's working now. Brilliant.
Okay, pleasure.
I
Ed.
tried for ages, I tried to use my own brain, but I got to the point where there are more and more magenta lines everywhere.
Yeah, it was a bit confusing that, but it's our fault for putting the star in the first place. Nico was right; he just left the star out.
Well, I did it Navigraph first and imported it, and on Navigraph it looked straightforward, but when I did the step through, it was different, which is really weird. And I put it in twice, but there you go. It looks all right now. Thank you very much.
That's all right. As long as he can get in, that's the main thing.
It is early, Reggie.
I'm back.
He's back.
Stephen, I discussed it in both flights. So depending on the time that Darren wants to give you, you'll have to say if it was the first or the second one. The other option is this flight. As you are watching it now, you should be able to go back approximately 20 to 30 minutes in this actual stream, and you should be able to see it right now as well. That's another option. The other option is to just give me 5 minutes or so. Once we're in the cruise, we can do it again. Okay, cool. Thanks, Darren. I don't mind showing you guys again. It's always nice to have a filler, you know, in a quiet time during a stream. So we'll get to that just now. Yeah, I'm back, Uncle John. Big mouth and all. I'm back.
It's a little bit bumpy up at 38, Nico, but I'm staying here.
Okay, cool.
All I did was a level change when it stopped at 3.6.
Yeah, it's better to do a altitude intervention because level change will not do all the things that the altitude intervention does, but just check your overhead that your pressurization is okay, and check your cruise page that you are now set, that the cruise page knows that you are at 380, Uncle John.
Pressure okay? Glad you told me. Cruise is set at 3.6.
Yeah. You see, if you press the altitude intervention button, it will update that for you automatically. So by not doing it, what you're doing is you're screwing with the calculations for the top of descent. You see? So it's very important to have that correctly set up. Otherwise, you get the incorrect top of descent.
I shall remember that. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Right, so a charts question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Coming up to, it's a mandatory 2000, so with the RNAV, would you set that and then capture the localizer before that?
RNAV doesn't have a localizer.
Oh no, that's cool. Of course, that's what I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
So
no, on the RNAV, what I would do is I would set the MCP altitude to my decision altitude. So 300 or 400 or whatever it would be. Otherwise, it's going to block you. Unless you turn the RNAV, the RMP approach, into an EN approach by pressing the approach button, if it is available, it's going to block you at 2000 if you have 2000 in your MCP.
Okay, that's why I asked the question. So you set the Mr. Approach altitude. Yeah, okay. Not Mr. Approach altitude, the decision. Okay.
To go.
And a whole lot of water there. Right, so we should be able to climb 3.8 now. We'll let it settle at 3.6 and then we go on. Yes, Darren, yeah.
So why would you do a step climb, Nico?
Well, there's more favorable winds reported at 380, so I want to get to a more economical place. The whole OFP, the whole flight plan was worked out and calculated on flight level 380, but the Zibo, or the Boeing as such, prevented us from just climbing straight to 3.8 because it was too heavy. You understand? So it would never have made it, not in one go.
Okay.
Now with us using the fuel and making it lighter in time, obviously we've now gone through that little barrier and we are now able to climb. So.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was lighter than you, so mine went straight there. But that's interesting. A little bit more knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell my pressurization system we are going to climb. The second thing I'm going to do now is just set this to 380 on the MCP, and then I'm going to click altitude intervention. Alright, so there you go. It's just going to do its thing now. Now if you look at the FMC now, it's automatically changed the cruise flight level to 380. It knows it needs to climb.
Back in a minute.
That one doesn't matter anymore, so this is what which matters. Okay, Uncle John. Thank you, Andy. I try and make it fun, you know. I try and make it usable. And that's what happens when you're not much of an entertainer, you know. I mean, I can't do all kinds of funny things to keep your attention, but it's good for me to share knowledge.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, Captain Harkon will be along later.
Probably. I see Kevin somewhere in my future. There's Kevin. Bye, Kevin. Don't know why I'm passing you or whether that's a ghost in the system, but there you go. Bye. I don't see your aircraft. I think that might be a ghost in the system. Oh yeah, Andy, I agree with you. Man, school was boring some days. Damn it. If it wasn't for the maths teacher, you know, she didn't have the good looks, I would really have lost it.
That sums it up.
Yeah. Yeah, actually look forward to the math class. Jet Noise, good morning. All doing well on this side. Thank you, sir. I hope you are doing the same. Oh yeah, definitely, Darren. Very expensive. Ooh, there is an island. Island. Excellent, Jet Noise. Excellent. Vasily. Yeah, thank you very much. LGSM, is that Samos? I think we flew in there a couple of weeks ago and it killed a couple of us. I was okay, I made it, but yeah, I agree with you. That is a good exercise, that one. Flaps 15. My friend, we all have brushes and brooms and buckets. We will help you get out of the way, or whatever parts you dropped along the way. We'll help you, don't worry. Man, that looks amazing.
miles to top of descent so I can go and get me coffee.
Ooh, that reminds me. My kettle probably... my kettle probably boiled. I need to go get mine as well now. Guys, I'll be back. 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Right, guys, I'm back.
Okay. This coffee's nice, Nico, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. I can smell it from here. Another question while it's quiet, Nico, leading on from the last one. Once again on the chart, the decision altitude is 1180, which is the runway height plus 791. So once again, how does that affect the RNAV approach?
Doesn't really. All you need to worry about is your decision altitude and set your MCP correctly.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So once that's on that RNAV approach, that will hold that approach from there.
Ouch, Captain Flaps 15. Yeah, you're gonna have to coordinate with Uncle John there to try and get some separation. Unfortunately, that's way ahead of me. I'm not even close to you guys. I don't know what's happening there. Between you and Uncle John, you'll have to coordinate. And then, good morning, Peter, Martin. Thank you for joining now. I just went to fetch coffee quickly. It's very important. So I am back with that in hand. It tastes delicious now. You can concentrate again. So Uncle John, I don't know if you can see Flaps 15, but can you please just maybe, I don't know, slow down or make a circle or something and give the poor guy a chance to land or something? I don't know.
The only problem I've got with doing a circle, then you lot are going to start catching up behind me then.
No, it's okay. Then I'll do a circle. You know, we'll pass the buck. You know?
Okay, well, I'll do a 360.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll do that now, sir.
Thank you. Captain Flaps 15, let me know if that's good enough for you. Please do not stress. We will definitely help you. Don't stress. Just keep us informed as to what you want and we'll try to help you. So, he says, Nico, please. I think he got a bit worried there.
I can see John and Flaps 15 out of my windscreen.
Jet noise, I haven't asked one of the real world pilots yet. Okay. In one of the tutorials where me and Zibo and Jan and Jorge were talking, that's here on the channel, we were all talking together here. They also said that they use top of climb winds. That's a standard Ryanair thing. Okay. So when I look at my OFP, for instance, let's bring it on the screen. Okay, when I look at this summary section, it gives me an average wind. Now, I'm an electronics engineer by studies. Okay, when I look at an oscilloscope and I see a sine wave, I see peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, and then I add a capacitor to that line and it smooths it out. Now that's what we want, you know, coming from that background. I always want the mean average. So there's calculations you can do and you can say, all right, that's your mean average. Okay, when I look at the winds and I see this one hell of a big wave of air coming at me and it's so strong and so high, and I look at the next valley and I look at the next peak, I see a sine wave, and my instinct, as I was taught, is go for the average. Okay, but I haven't spoken to one of these 737 real world pilots yet to actually tell me why they use top of climb winds, because top of climb winds is only a single wind at a single specific spot, whereas an average wind is measured over a period of distance and time. All right. So in my mind, and I mean, I could very well be very wrong, but in my mind, that for me is the better option, is to look at your average. All right. And also, it's easier to read the average wind from the summary here on the OFP than it is to go and scroll down and try and find top of climb. Where's top of climb here? Let's see. There's top of climb. So, all right. So top of climb winds 238 at 56 versus 241 at 43. Yeah, it's significant, but is it going to break the bank? I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Let's do the next thing. Let's go to our legs page. Let's look at the route data. 241 at 43 is what we told it there. 241 at 43. Alright. We're currently running at 234 at 65. And if we go back to the top of climb wind.
Guten Morgen.
Hello, hello.
Oh yeah.
238 at 56. So not one of them are 100% correct. They all have a slight discrepancy. So unless a real world pilot actually gives me the knowledge to give back to you, I don't know. I just go on what's easy to use, and what's easy to use for me is the summary. There you go. Alright, now we can take this one step further. We can actually go to active sky. Right, there we've got our active sky, and this is the actual current winds. Right, so if we look at what active sky predicted, the average winds for active sky is actually 241 at 40, which for me is a much closer one than what the average winds were at you know, the OFP, what SimBrief gave me. It's much closer to this one. But again, you know, wind is dynamic, it changes. So my friend, I don't know. That's about all I can say about it. We'll have to ask the real guys to give us a reason why, and then I can tell you guys again. Because me personally, I like averages. I mean, that takes care of all the peaks and the valleys in one go.
Are you live somewhere, Nico?
Yes, sir. We are live on YouTube. Right, well, we are 41 nautical miles from top of descent, so I'm sleeping. Let's quickly do this. Let us do this quickly. I didn't realize we were so close. So if we revert back to this one now and we go find the winds for the descent, let's start our web FMC. Right, we need to go to descent, and we need to go to forecast, and we're going to use 200, 150 and 100. So again, this what you get on your OFP here from SimBrief is flight time plus half an hour, okay, plus 30 minutes. That's how old the wind is. It's whatever your flight time has been plus the extra 30 minutes since the last time that SimBrief updated. So again, this is historical weather, but we're going to use it just to give it something. 250 at 21, 260 at 13.
Kev, were you directly behind me?
John, I'm going to put a hold in at Ucini because I'm virtually on top of flaps 15.
I was about to say, you're in front of me, according to me.
I am in front of you now, but I'm almost on top of flaps 15, so I'm going to put a hold in at Ucini just to get a bit of separation.
What I did was a 360, Kev.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll only do the one circuit on the whole.
Well, it's big enough.
Okay, our transition altitude here is 6,000, so let's just match it here on this page as well. So flight level 060. Right, so we've done the flight level, we've done the winds, we've done the ISA deviation and the QNH, and then we can just execute that. Alright, so that takes care of the winds according to the OFP. You see, jet noise, that's what my feeling is. It's a snapshot of a specific point in time. That's it. Good morning, the Flying Fox. Enjoy your flight. No, we're not flying. Sorry, I misread your quote there. No, we're flying in Greece today at this point in time. Alright, so next thing what we need to do is we need to now start looking at our planning. So we need to find out. This is going to be an LNAV approach. Alright, we are not going to have VNAV, it seems. I don't see that we have VNAV. This is just an ordinary GNSS. Yep, ordinary GNSS. There is no vertical guidance, only lateral guidance. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1180 as my descent altitude. And there the names pop up, the guys are in front of us, so we're going to go down to 1180. That will be actually 1200 then, because we can't set the 80. So we're going to go allow the aircraft to descend to 1200, where we will mandatorily now have to take over. So we're going to do that. Alright, then let's just see.
You have the mandatory 2,000
Yes.
feet.
Yeah, but
What is that?
the 2000, if you look at the legs page, you will see there MK510, it says 2000 or above. So the FMC is well known and skilled to actually give us the mandatory 2000 that is mentioned on the chart, George. So the FMC will fly to that Maltese cross. Let me get it back on screen for you. It will fly the mandatory 2000 at MK508 as well as MK510. There is a restriction. There's your 2000 that we're talking about. So it is there.
Okay.
The Zibo knows about it, but from there on, it's going to drop you. There is no vertical navigation. You are responsible to fly the aircraft down from that point. That's that little marker over there, that waypoint. You have to navigate down yourself. Okay.
So it's going to be no autopilot?
No autopilot. No, from there on, you're on your own. Okay, it's going to give you your guidance on the PFD in terms of your direction, that your lateral navigation will be there. See, LNAV is there, but there's no vertical navigation. So unless you dip the nose and you take the aircraft down yourself, it's just going to fly right over that airport.
Are you going to still keep heading with autopilot?
Sorry, say again?
Are you going to still activate the heading bug and keep it with autopilot? Or are you going to do as well everything manually?
No, I'm just going to fly it all manually myself.
Okay.
The Flying Fox, you're actually 100% correct. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier, but we can add 50. We can add 50 in there. The only problem is if we add 50, we add 100. So the fact of the matter is, let's then go to 300 just to make it technically correct that you are happy as well. So at the end of the day, we can add 50 at our decision altitude. So if we go and set up 1180, we can add the 50 there. So that's actually irrelevant. Let's go add the 50 in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Hello.
Morning, Hakan.
Good morning, Hakan. Long time no see, Hakan.
There's the 50 feet that you were looking for. That's where we need to go. We're not supposed to fly under that 50 feet separation or under the published decision altitude, which will be that minus the 50. That's true. So we're still going to let the autopilot have the ability to take us down. But as we don't have any vertical navigation, it won't do it anyway. It's not going to go below 2000 because there is no guidance in the system for anything below 2000. So that's just a much of a muchness. We can set that to 2000. In this particular approach, that's going to have no effect because the aircraft will do nothing after 2000. There's no guidance. You're going to have to fly it down yourself.
What are you going to do in Mykonos, sir?
Check the gulls. What do you think? We're going to check those bikini gulls.
Bikini girls. See. Good.
Morning,
You see-
Harker.
You see that, and because sorry, I'm not speaking to Stephen. There is no guidance. There's nothing that's going to make this aircraft go down below the 2000 in the FMC. So RNAV's dead. Even if you put that down to the minimums, in hindsight, having gone through the motions, there's nothing. You're going to have to fly it down from there. The only thing you're going to have is just your lateral navigation. So now we've put in decision altitude plus 50 feet, so we don't bust that altitude. And we're basically ready to continue doing the rest of the stuff. Let's quickly have a look-see. So from Yusini it's 3.9. We need to drop about 300 kilograms, so we'll be at 66.2. Right, so we're going to use flaps 30. That's now put into position as well.
Nico, can you confirm the 1180? Is that a plus 50, minus 50?
No, 1180 plus 50. So your
Thank
barrow, your decision altitude will on the screen be 1230.
Thank you.
Decision altitude is an altitude that you are deciding as a pilot whether you're gonna continue to land or not.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the definition given by Sexy Pilot Voice.
So even though I've got RNAV on the FMC, Nico, it will not activate that.
Not in this approach because there is no vertical guidance.
That answers a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I think
In this
one go.
approach it won't. Alright, so the Flying Fox, just hold your horses. Just hold your horses. One thing at a time. We're getting to all those things. When we get closer, there's no point in setting what is the go-around altitude. The go-around altitude is 3,500, okay? So if we set the 3,500 now, this aircraft's going to stop at 3,500 instead of going down to the 2,000. So after we've passed the 3,500, we can look up and we can then go set it. Because once you've passed that target altitude, the aircraft will not lift its nose back up and fly back up. You understand? So everything in good time. There's no point in rushing it and putting the cart before the horses. Hello, Christer. George, if you really want to, I suppose you can, but then you're not flying the published departure anymore. Then you're flying a George departure. You understand? So there's no point in flying a George departure.
Okay, understood. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
How long you need to fly, sir?
Well, we're busy descending now, Hakan.
Good, good, good. Are you planning to second leg?
No, sir. Not right now.
No, sir. Good.
I saw that question coming.
No, you got it. The Flying Fox, like I said earlier, it's to make it easier, and so for the new guys, and then we patch in the rest of the story later. And hello, Will Smith, welcome.
Will Smith? Which one?
He's on stream. We're
stream.
on YouTube.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Good, good. We are waiting for a piano landing, sir.
Ah, yeah. This wind has changed. Oh
What
my
happened to
soul.
Paphos 15? It seems like we've all overtaken it.
This wind has changed again. Now this wind is in favor of runway 11 or 16. Oh man, it's crazy.
So what you gonna do now? Are you gonna change the runway?
I'm gonna see. Let's have a look see. So according to active sky, the wind is now 007 at 12:007.
007 at 12 means we are going to change the runway.
No, we're not. Sorry, I thought it was 070. I misread it. 34 is still go. Still a go. 34 is fine. I misread it. It's in all the excitement of having to chat to everybody and plan and listening to everybody, and even you, Hakan. We're trying to give attention to everybody except the planning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Skymatics is lazy to change to runway.
It's not necessary to change the runway.
It is necessary, sir.
No, it's not.
You're doing well, Nico.
I'm trying. Damn it. See, look there. We can't even stop. There's just max auto brake. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna use max auto brake.
What flight level are you at, Nico?
Going through 20.6.
Oh yeah, through 10, me.
It does. But it's difficult to also concentrate on all the chat and to keep, in that conversation at the same time. So guys, please forgive me. It just takes a moment to work through everything. I'm a very systematic, logical kind of guy, and we get to the end where we want to get by discussing it and changing and chopping and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and then that's how it works. Alright, what else do we need to do? Nothing. Max auto brake. So in other words, we don't have much of a margin, guys. We need to put this thing down quickly. Yeah. Okay, so to recap, there's no vertical guidance here, guys. You're gonna have to fly down from 2000. Alright, your go around altitude is 3,500. Your decision altitude is 1180, and if you play by the book, then you add your 50 feet in there as well. Alright, so you're not supposed to descend through that published minimum 1180. Our VREF on my aircraft is 149, and I will provide an extra 5 or 6 knots to that. And we're going to fly down. We're just going to take it manually. Okay, then the other thing is auto brake max. According to my weights, my calculations, we're kind of stuck. Wrong one. WMAX. That's gonna be interesting.
QNH 1008.
Yes, sir.
And 20 miles to final.
Safe landing, everybody.
Thank you. Ouch. That's not good. Sorry to hear that, Captain Flaps 15. Sorry. Well, Flaps 15, we are probably going to do another group flight this evening, so just keep your eyes open and come join us then. In the interim, try and fix your problem. Excellent.
You managed to get behind me, Kev?
No, I'm way in front of you now, John.
So you are. You be.
That's a good question. Where art thou, Uncle John? I don't see you, sir.
Heading for PIDAX. 8 miles away.
I'm 7 miles away, which means what flight level are you?
11,4.
Oh. Oh, there you are. I had to look up, not down. There you are. Alright, well, I'm ahead of you too.
What the hell's going on? Am I the only one that did a 360?
Yeah. Uncle John, you know we will love you to the end of the world for that 360.
No commento.
Good
I'm
on you,
my-
John.
I'm
10,000.
on my final.
Uncle John,
Yes, sir.
please remember you're going to have to fly it down yourself from 2,000 feet, eh?
Affirmative.
Sentinel says you're coming to play chicken with me.
Something like that.
Yeah. Captain Flaps 15 owes Uncle John a beer for that 360. Yeah. Alright, we're getting there. Okay, this is interesting. The Flying Fox, here's one for you for technical correctness now as well. I actually see that the Zibo has activated the EN on this approach. It's giving us EN, which means that it is potentially going to give us vertical navigation. The ordinary approach that I have on my chart gives nothing, but because we've got the EN, we do have. Haha.
I've also got guidance as well there, Nico.
Alright, so, okay, that's obviously an airline option. This EN story, for those guys that do not know about it. We are fortunate in the Zibo, we do have the option, and I can see my diamonds are here.
1,000 to go.
So I'm going to try it. I mean, it's very clear if you look at the chart that there is no vertical guidance. This is just a lateral guidance type of an approach, but as the Zibo allows us to do it differently, let's do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. Looks like an EN to me. There, if you look at the PFD, it's I did it there. It's got it on the RNAV. It's got the diamonds. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I've just used it.
hit
Yeah.
approach, and I'm gonna have a look. Sorry, you're saying what?
Yeah, I've just used it. Okay.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna start braking now. Given I'm letting my gear down to try and slow me down, because I'm coming in at one hell of a speed. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'll probably have to do a go around, but I'm not gonna do the published go around. I'm just gonna fly it manually then if I have to, because I'm just
I'll try and get off the runway if I can then. Go.
yeah, I'm just too fast.
Minimums.
Right, so this is interesting. Okay, so now you've got old school versus new school. You've got the old hands who know how to fly this approach like we discussed earlier, and then we've got the guys who now have Ian.
Stabilize, Mr. Burchell.
Oh, it's going to moan about my flaps. It's going to moan about so many things. I'm going to get a very bad score. I'm not even going to retract my speed brakes now.
400.
I'm just going to let it ride it out. Maybe I can. Yeah, there you go.
300.
You can't.
No, I
200.
can't.
You can't.
100. 430. 10.
Too late.
So fast.
Too late.
So fast.
I was sleeping on the job, but I landed very hard. I'm here, I made it, but that was a crap landing.
People died, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure a couple of people are gonna have to see the chiropractor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, okay guys, don't do what I do, do what I say. You know the story. I spilled your coffee. I'm sorry. I did. I'm an idiot today. I really apologize. Things were happening so fast. I got the throttle off. I had the throttle on manual control, and by the time I disconnected the autopilot, it was just freaking too late. I was really asleep on this job.
Ladies and gentlemen, your lazy pilot didn't go around.
No, the lazy pilot didn't. You're right. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I hope you can see I'm just human. At least you can
You
see
need
I'm
to
just
fly another leg.
Yeah, to come and redeem myself.
Nico,
Yeah.
it's reassuring for a lot of people that you don't always do it right.
I
So
don't
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
I feel like deleting this video. I want to go bury my head in shame, you know, get into a cupboard and just go and shiver and die, you know. It's terrible.
Do the opposite. You should say you left it there to show that we're all fallible, and plus you're giving all that information out at the same time. So
Yeah. I hear you. Darren feels
Well, I'm doing a go round because I at the approach. So I'm turning 180 and I'm going to come back.
at least you don't cry like Harkon.
All right. Well,
Is that right, Harkon?
I broke my nose wheel off. I mean, this is bad, guys. This is really bad. I can't lift my flaps. My flaps are broken. Oh my soul.
Can you let us know your Ryanair scores, please?
No, I can't even log this for the VR. I'll have to fly this route again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you can't log this. No, this was... No. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, distracted.
Let's quickly just get off the runway here for the next guy.
The runway
Well, I
still
got a
used.
great and a great.
Yeah, guys, the runway is still usable. You guys are welcome to come and land. I'll just sit here and lick my wounds and go cry in shame when I stop the stream. Man, it's been a while since I cocked up this bad. It's terrible.
I think a drugs and alcohol test for Nico at the ramp.
Yeah.
Hello, Mark. Yeah, that might work. Oh, man. Anyway, gentlemen, that's part of what we do in this group. We laugh with each other, not at each other. You know, when you get too technical and you get too serious, it just isn't fun anymore. So I hope you enjoy my embarrassment at my expense for a little while. It's been fun. I actually enjoyed it. Oh, my coffee. I was quick. I grabbed it in hand. So while this aircraft was bumping, I was just moving my hand, you know, with the momentum. So I've still got 2 sips left. Darren, you're right. It is. But you know what? Look, in all fairness, I usually get it right. I usually do a better job. But this was fun. Let's be honest. This was really... You see, worth watching. Every idiot sometimes make a mistake. I mean, I'm just human.
I've got to be careful of Anthony now. I'm going to have to let him pass me.
Ladies and gentlemen, what happened in the Mykonos?
Hakan, truth be told, there was this sexy blonde in a very small bikini at the beginning of that runway, and I took my eyes off the aircraft for a split second. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Didn't you take this education, sir?
No, my education got thrown out the window when I saw the gal. It was just too much, man.
What kind of pilot? Ladies and gentlemen, really I don't understand.
Hakan, it's a useless pilot this morning. I'm going to fly this route again. I'm telling you guys, I will fly it again and I will do a better job. Oh my soul. Oh, Darren. Oh my soul. How am I going to get that image out of my mind now? Now it's stuck. Oh, goodness. No, the St. Bart's landing we're going to not do with the Zibo. We're going to do that with a prop job. So we're going to get there. We'll do it differently.
Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
I got 525 points for that one.
I'll tell you what I get for mine in a minute.
Nico got minus 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle John is approaching the runway.
What an embarrassing situation. Come on, Uncle John, make me proud.
John, I don't see you.
I see him. I've got him.
I've got him as well.
Anthony, if
Oh, hi.
he's about on your 11 o'clock low. You're very high, sir. Very, very high.
Piano landing, piano.
Not for me. Mine was long again, but I stopped.
Stephen, yeah, I think I'll have to talk to some of these Greek people to give me a second chance, mate.
Anthony looks really high.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm doing a 360 left hand. That's what happens when you disappear and go make French toast and coffee.
Yeah.
My whole storm came because I didn't disconnect the autopilot in time. We were talking, me and the Flying Fox were talking about the minimums, and I mean I had the whole thing played out in my mind, and when we got there I just didn't press the button and it just went into the ground, autopilot on. One thing is for sure that I did prove is the Ian freaking works in the Zibo. That's one thing, it definitely works.
It's quite good though if you book an on-av and the Zibo automatically picks up the Eon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I fly for this airline that took this option.
Can somebody confirm the course heading 336?
337.
No, 336. 336 is the one in the FMC. 337 is on the plates, on the charts.
336.
Thank you.
Right, I'm going to leave you now. Have a bit of breakfast.
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah. Bye then.
Catch
Get,
you later, Reggie.
get away before you blame me. Bye.
Stephen, it's integrated approach and navigation. It is a new system that is an airline option, which obviously is included in the Zibo now. It takes away almost 20 different approaches and it turns them into an ILS type of approach. Like what we had here was a GNSS RNAV approach. It turned it into a simulated ILS approach. So instead of flying from a ground-based antenna that's putting out the signal and the aircraft then honing in on the signal, it actually flies it off the FMC. So yeah, that happened, and you can turn a VOR NDB or a normal RNAV, or you know, there's like I said, almost 20 different approaches that you can just turn into an ILS simulated ILS.
Nico, at what point did you realise that there was an Aeon approach? Did it actually come up in the Zibo
Yes.
at all?
Yeah. It comes up in your primary flight display. In the top left-hand corner, it IDs the approach for you. It will tell you it's an RNAV, the runway number, the course heading. It gives you a whole story. It looks just like when you do an ILS. It gives everything in your top left-hand corner.
Uncle John is coming.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at him just now.
What's your distance to runway?
So I'm guessing you won't realise you've got an Aeon until the last minute.
No. It's about 15 miles out. About 15 miles out, you will know that you've got in. Well before the glide slope or glide path. They call that one. They call a glide path because there is no glide slope. So you'll know.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Okay. As I'm sitting here, such a wealth of information is flooding back into my memory now and into my mind that I can give you. There's a couple of things, but it's not important right now. But you should pick it up about 15 miles out. Just like ILS, you'll see the little diamonds appear. Everything's going to look the same.
Fantastic. All eyes on Uncle John.
Nice and stable, Uncle John. Well done.
Yeah, I taught him well. The pity I made a fool of myself, but I actually should do this again and show you guys I
You can do it, John. How are you, lad?
Come on, John. Come on. I love the curvature here in this runway. It's just not a normal flat one. There you go. Welcome, Uncle John.
Perfect, John.
Well done. Nice landing.
And there, if his cloud takes a bubble. Flaps 15, no, the stream didn't stop on my side. Uncle John, I'm sitting on your right hand side, so you're going to have to do a turn to your left to get past me. Sorry about that. I think you can see me. You should be able to see me.
He's just behind you.
Nico?
Huh?
Why are you stuck there?
Oh, don't ask. I created a fool of myself today, Uncle John, like nobody's business. I don't even have landing gear. My front landing gear is collapsed. Now I made an absolute fool of myself. I was supposed to concentrate better.
We will keep it quiet. Just delete the video.
Yeah, I think so too. Darren, thank you very much. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have watched terrible landings, terrible approachings, interesting day.
I also saw a couple of good ones. Congratulations, everybody.
For those who know football, you must see how the big players messing up things. So don't worry, Nico. Some good days and some bad days.
Yeah.
I usually have just bad days.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys. It was good. Good watch anyhow. Thank you.
Okay, catch you later, Mark.
Okay.
You need piano landing.
My days are like this. From 10, 9 are horrible, and 1 may be good. Maybe.
Practice, practice, practice.
I do that.
And
I
concentrate.
do that.
Concentrate,
But still,
concentrate.
so difficult. But I love it because it's challenging.
Of course.
I give 9 points.
I love it so much that it is so challenging. Because it takes me quite a lot of work just to make it work. And I like that. I don't want to be simple.
Mr. Kevin was the first pilot. He landed to Mykonos today. I give 9.9 to him.
Thanks, Hakan. The check is in the post.
Is that how you guys do it?
Thank you
Hakan,
so
how much do I need to pay you to get a 9.9 here for this shoddy landing?
Unfortunately, with this landing, even your money doesn't work for me, sir. Today is terrible. You broken.
Yeah, I broke it.
Thank you, Nick. I really appreciated that one.
You're welcome, Uncle John.
It was good fun.
I want to tell you something. You make me proud, all of you guys, to watch you guys actually come and do the things that you were taught and that you enjoy. I'm proud of you guys. You can say what you want and you can laugh as much as you want, but to work through all of this and to actually achieve what we do here, you've got to put something in, and I'm proud of you guys.
It's all about your tutor. If your tutor is a good tutor, he'll put the information over correctly and so you can understand it, and you clearly do that.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Krister. Enjoy, and thanks for watching. I think what I'm going to do, gents, I know I promised you to show you this story about the little nav map. I will do it if you guys are willing to stick around. I just feel like I want to quickly spawn on this runway and just do a hand-flown circuit at least, just to make myself feel better that I actually landed here, because I'm really feeling kind of down right now. I'm really embarrassed. This has been stupid. So,
You enjoy your misery.
Yeah.
Lazy.
I think Nico does it on purpose to make us feel better.
Of course he does.
Shh, don't say it to everyone.
Nico, this kind of situations is going to bring out the best of you on the next approaches and next landings.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure about it.
Yeah, we just want to quickly get Anthony on the ground and then we'll take it. Kevin?
It is a little bit off-putting when you come into this runway because of the curvature.
Yeah. If I just got my autopilot off 10 seconds earlier when I was supposed to get it off, things would have been okay, but I left it too late. By the time I disconnected it, there was no more vertical movement left in this yoke. I was pulling it to the way back and it didn't go. Thank you, Stephen. Matthias, I use Active Sky for X-Plane. First of all, that's the weather engine. Then inside of X-Plane, I have SkyMax Pro and the real weather connector. So now with the latest Active Sky, it actually talks to SkyMax Pro directly. So it gives the nicest clouds, for us in real time now. And I really love it. It just works for me. Sentinel, thank you. Hello, Noz, welcome.
Flaps failure.
Flaps failure. Oh, my soul.
Oh, no.
I need to sort my scenery out, Nico. I want to know what the hell's going on there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a hard one. That was a hard, bumpy one.
Hard landing.
There he goes. Come on. Oh, yes, there we go. Oh, no, he's lost it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening in Mykonos today? Incredible, incredible, incredible. Really, I don't understand.
You're going the wrong way for the pub, son. Come back.
Okay, now I feel better. Thank you, Anthony. All right, okay, let's get back to the questions here. SkyMax, at this point in time, I've left it fairly default. It doesn't really impact my frame rates now. In the old days, it was a killer. Oh my goodness, it really killed the fun out of everything. But right now, no, it's okay. I don't have an issue.
I feel better as well.
It's just rolling back on its own. I still got my gear.
On runway 34.
Actually, I'm gonna just fly it by and not even worry about all these other fancy things.
On runway 34. On runway 34.
How many points, John?
I closed down, buddy. I think my landing was 4. No, let's get it wrong way round. Approach was 4, and the landing was 3.
3,000
All right.
To be fair, I was heavy. I didn't realise there was that hump at the start, so it was going back uphill again.
400.
It's all a learning
Before
curve.
you see that runway, yeah?
Yeah, if I'd have known that there was going to be a bit of a hump, I'd have floated a bit. But then again, it's such a short runway. You got to be careful. Your stopping time. I was on flaps 40, and I was heavy.
Well, that was good fun. I've got to go now and see to the lunch. And I'll catch you all later, guys.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Enjoy. I like your t-shirt, Uncle John. I just noticed.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Yes, flight crew. Nice.
Now get it right. Zibo flight.
Ah, I've seen the top. Zibo Mod flight crew. Nice one.
By the way, guys, for some reason the domain for the zibogear.com was not renewed. So if you guys still want to buy Zibo merchandise, you need to go directly to Teespring. Just search it on Teespring. It is there. You can still buy there as far as I know. I haven't found out why the domain wasn't taken further.
Nico, I think it's important that we find that link and put it in Discord.
Uncle John, yes and no. I first want to find out what the story is. I don't want to step on anybody's toes or do something that I'm not supposed to.
But there's a lot of guys that want these t-shirts.
I understand, but also Also, I do not know if the agreement with Teespring is still in place. You understand? Just because it is there, I'm scared of saying, yeah, I'll go buy directly, and then Teespring takes the money and run away, and then who's gonna give the people their money back? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, Uncle John, what do I need to do to get a T-shirt like that? How many landings?
I just told
That's
you.
exactly what we've just discussed.
I know. I don't want to go and buy it there. I need to deserve this T-shirt,
Oh,
not just buy it.
Okay. That's between you two.
I mean, I want to deserve it, not just to buy it.
No. You have to buy it, and by buying it, you deserve it.
No, for me, it doesn't work like that. I would like to have like a T-shirt like Zibo Mod, but if I cannot fly it, how can I be a crew member or flight member?
Okay, well, in that case, you have to do at least 600 hours on virtual Ryanair.
You've got to at least match my hours.
Something. I like the challenge. 600, yeah?
600. You have to get at least a captain.
Now that's challenging.
Senior captain, not captain, senior captain.
Sorry, senior captain, you're correct.
I reorganized my office, home office, let's say home office, and now I made it more easier for me to fly.
Paul, did you see what Paul wrote there? Reggie and me at the same time, too much of a jinx. No, sir. Nah, it was my own stupidity. I really just embarrassed myself. I know better, and I was supposed to do better. No one else can take blame for that. I was just an idiot.
Now the only map you're using to get back on a runway is the compass from your screen?
Yeah, I'm guessing it. I'm really guessing it.
See. For me, I couldn't do this without Navigraph using the link.
Okay, I'm guessing it.
Are you also running a landing again?
Just bring your mic closer.
Also redoing your landing?
Yeah, I'm doing a manual hand flown circuit. I need to try and redeem myself, damn it.
Same, but I'm leaving my flaps as faulty. To get a fixture.
Now there's a cloud. That's another challenge now. I don't really know where the runway is. I'm really guessing, guys.
Use little nav map.
No, it's okay. I'll quickly start up Navigraph or something. Or make a plan, Uncle John. Now we're climbing again. Trim, brother, trim.
I use Sim Toolkit Pro and zoom in.
Miko?
Yeah?
Now you're going to fly to second leg today. What's your plan, sir, if everything is alright?
Well, yes, I'm not going to fly it immediately, Hakan. I really need a bit of a break after all this excitement. But later on, we'll definitely go do another flight. I think we need to just fly from here to wherever it takes us. I mean, we are here now, so we might as well just continue.
I've agreed on that.
Then I'm going out. Later on,
Okay.
we can see each other.
All right. Akan, if you see me put something in the group flight chat room here on the server, you'll know what's happening. Okay.
So the important thing is time for me. Not time.
Akan 1600 Zulu. I won't fly before 1600 Zulu, so you can go and enjoy
Okay.
yourself until then.
Dankeschön, sir. See you.
All right. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right. Okay. So
Cheers.
let's see. I think I'm kind of semi on my way to the airport now. So, oops, wrong button. What the hell is this freaking? I think with my luck, it's right behind that cloud now. Thank you, Bjorn. Must be right behind that cloud now. I can't see that runway for no money in the world. It's probably right behind that cloud, obviously now. See.
No diamonds though this time. Why?
No, because it's not programmed. You need the FMC to be fully programmed. There isn't a there's the runway, got it. Yeah, it's fine.
Too high.
There is no signal coming from the ground to give you the diamonds. It is all FMC driven, and unless you have the correct setup in your FMC, you're not going to get anywhere.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch out.
Good learning. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so that was
What is that circle there with which is just appeared on a
radio altimeter.
400. 300.
Oh shit.
200.
Forgot about the auto brake.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
5,000 feet remaining.
Sorry, I'm screaming in your ears, guys.
still good?
That is how it was supposed to be done. Almost.
Please clear.
You can land. Runway vacated. Revenge is sweet. It is awesome.
That was good though.
Yeah, thank you so much. There you go, Anthony. Ooh, 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 ooh.
More people are coming.
That's just Anthony. He's also redeeming himself. Just stay on the runway, then you'll do it. Come on, just stay on the runway. I think you broke your nose, by the way. Your nose wheel is his nose wheel is broken.
My rudders are not working.
Yeah, your nose wheel is broken. You can't steer because there's no nose wheel.
Going straight to town.
Okay, well, listen, we need bread, half loaf, and some milk, please.
I need some washing up as well, please, if you go in there.
Oh my soul. Okay, gentlemen, for all of you, Cor, are you still here? Anybody else want me to quickly run that little nav map tutorial with you guys again? Please, now's the time to just say yes or whatever. I'll quickly do that little nav map.
Yes.
Alright, so let's start with the basics. I'm going to enable my display capture. So you all will have an OFP where it comes directly from SimBrief or whether it's imported via SimBrief into here, right? So what you're going to look for is the routing. You need this line. You see there it's called routing. The heading is routing, and then you need to copy this line. Alright. Then what you do is you start up your little nav map. And that's not what we're talking about, Flaps 15. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go to flight plan, and we're going to say the new flight plan from a route description. Alright, so I've obviously done it, so I'm just redoing it. So now we paste the route in there, and all I do is I remove the runways. And then what I do is I say read the route description. There it reads it, and now it creates a flight plan. We don't want to save the old one. Alright, so there's your route. Let me just get rid of those lines as well. So now what you need to do is you need to zoom in to a place. Alright, it's obviously detecting my little aircraft there. I was hoping it wouldn't. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to zoom into a level on this map that I want to capture. It's like a screenshot that you take. It's a snapshot of this page. So you're going to zoom in until you feel comfortable with it. Once you have this screen in front of you, and what you can also do under your flight planning is you can add your altitude, so it will give you a better top off descent kind of an indication, just for fun, so there's got top of descent now. It's changed. There's top of top. Obviously that is dependent on whether you set up a Zibo profile in your little nav map. I don't think I did, so this is probably based on a little Cessna 182, which is the only one I know of that I have in here, so it's irrelevant, but it's just nice to have. So once you've got this picture, once you think this is what you want to see in your Avid tab, you click on File, then you click on Save Map as Image for Avid tab. Do you guys see that option there? Alright. Then all you do is you say OK, and it takes you to your Explain Resources plugin, Avid tab, Map Tiles, Metacore folder. You see there's the maps of today, and you just click on Save. It will do two things for you. It's going to put the PNG file in place, and it's going to add a little SJON script in there as well. Alright, and then what you do,
We cannot see the top of the image because you have that black.
Hold on, there you go. So you want to see which part of the top you want to see. You see File? There.
I see up to Organize New Folder, but then
okay, let's do that again. Sorry, I see what you mean. Alright, that looks better. Alright, so you see there, it's taking you to Resources plugin, Avid tab, Map Tiles, and Metacore. It automatically finds your Explain, and all you have to do is make sure it's the right folder. It should be, and then you click on Save. So it will put the two files that you need into position. So when you go to the Avid tab and you go to the map, you click on the menu buttons over there, you go to Metacore, and you select the one that you want. So that is the one we want, and there is your picture. Alright, now if you click on that little arrow there, it will actually follow. It will become a moving map, and the aircraft will follow your track on the map.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that's how it works, and I'm very happy that I found this on the org. Just brings a little bit of a different dimension to your whole flight. Anyway, that is it for me for now, gentlemen. I'm actually feeling kind of a little bit better. Anthony, are you flying again?
He's not a quitter.
I'm so proud of him if that is the case. Stephen, it's the latest version of Little Navmap, but the function has apparently been included since October last year. It's like a year old already almost. I just never knew about it. I just happened to find it, you know, by chance.
Come on, Anthony, you can do it.
Thank you, Giuliano.
Piano.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was really beautiful. Well done, Anthony. Guys, this brings me to a very interesting thing I want to tell you. If there's one extra lesson I can leave you with on this stream, is never give up. Practice, practice, practice. Concentrate a lot and then never give up, because practice do make perfect.
Wow, Anthony, good landing actually.
Very good. And that, my friends, is the end of it for today. Thank you for flying with us. Thank you for the laughs and
I got an excellent approach and a great landing.
excellent. I don't know what mine is actually going to say right now. Approach was very weak. Landing was okay. Great landing. Okay. Yeah, I thought as much it was gonna penalize me there. So anyway, we will see you guys later this evening. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, let me quickly do that for you. Dock. Apply changes. Okay, just sorry. No, I'm still on YouTube. I didn't stop the stream. I just quickly came back. I just reversed my buttons there. So I'm basically in the night and I'm looking at the cockpit lighting. Stephen, just tell me, remind me again what to look for or what to show you. Yeah, I know the landing lights are. The landing lights definitely illuminate the inside here, which is kind of freaky. Well, there's your landing lights. There's the taxi lights. The taxi lights also illuminated. The strobe lights do nothing. Nav lights do nothing. Wing. Let's have a look, see.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. Yes, it is dark. Wow. When does it actually start to illuminate? does it? Gotcha. Mm. It's like the taxi light is giving the value to the dome light or the landing light, you see. Alright, I don't think that's a Zibo issue. This was introduced with beta 15, so I don't know if Zibo can actually do anything to it, but I'll ask him. There's something with beta 15 changed. Anyway, okay, gents, we'll talk later. Bye bye.